Hey you guys, Georgie here, and I am back for the second day of our Beyond Webinar tour. So if you caught yesterday's video where I talked all about Remo, on this tour I'll be going through different platforms that I use for virtual events and my team uses for virtual events that are so amazing and they go beyond the webinar. The whole concept is, webinars or just like flatter events like meetings, we want to help you go beyond that. How do you have like a really high quality experience using virtual events, right? We don't just want these like flat webinars where people just show up, maybe pay attention, maybe not, but don't really come away with connections, come away with that knowledge, come away with that like full blown experience that you as the event producer or company want them to have. So again, Beyond a Webinar is a high quality learning experience so that way you can go beyond a webinar with your virtual events. And we have a full masterclass on Beyond a Webinar at gsdsolutions.xyz/Beyond a Webinar, or you just go to beyondawebinar.com to learn more. But I'm going to take you through a tour of the platform Run the World. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about, who the heck I am. So this is the first time you're like watching some of my content. Georgie-Ann McCoy. I am the CEO and founder of GSD Solutions. We are a branding and business development agency that focuses on helping folks create and execute their digital strategy, whether that's virtual events, virtual products, books, ebooks, services, you name it. We help you build and create and execute your virtual and digital strategy for your content or your company. And I have over 13 years of event production experience, over 3 years of virtual event production experience. So talking all about working in the cloud, working remote, working online. And I've been featured in multiple publications with my work that I do as an entrepreneur, as an author, as a doer, and just this like productivity queen, the queen of getting shit done. And yes, that's a little bit about me. So I kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to events and specifically virtual events. So here's some of my experience just recently with virtual events, and I've done a ton of in-person events at various locations with various partners, and I'm super excited. I'm really passionate about this work, passionate about community building, passionate about just seeing people come together to learn, connect, and do. So that's what I'm all about. You can learn more about that at gsdsolutions.xyz or follow me on any social media at GSD with Georgie. So today, the platform that we're going to be taking a quick peek inside of is called Run the World. And this is a pretty cool platform. It is very user-friendly. You can use it on mobile, you can use it on desktop. And let me grab the screen share for that so we could talk a little bit about Run the World. And if you guys have any questions while I'm going through this presentation, feel free to put those in the chat. Happy to answer any questions that folks might have while you are watching. This is an opportunity to see how you can produce more virtual events. And if you are watching and you haven't voted yet, make sure you go and do that. So that caveat, it is election day. So if you're watching the replay, I hope this works out well. Where is that screen? Okay, I'll grab a new screen. Here we go. Awesome. Okay, so this is Run the World, and you could catch it at runtheworld.today, and it is a pretty awesome platform. So they have a multitude of features, including like a matching feature where you can match with one-to-one person. So that's like their virtual cocktail party. So as you can see here in this like graphic, it's moving pretty fast, but you have these like timed conversations where you can match with anyone that's at the event, and you have like a certain amount of time to talk to them. You can follow them, you can connect with them, and just really feel like this immersive experience where you're not just at an event watching, you're also being able to get the opportunity to connect with people in real time, share your stories, and sometimes you could also put up prompts and questions. So if you're an event manager, maybe you're doing like some product testing or something, and that's the event that you're hosting, you could have these pre-written questions that people, when they match, they can ask each other these questions. So that feature is super cool. Then, we have the main stage feature on this platform. And this graphic that's actually showing right now, it's called a groupie. So it's like a group selfie. And if you take a photo, then it creates like this massive photo with everyone else at the event. I was at an event the other day and I did one. It was so cool. And everyone gets their own unique picture at the end that you can then share on social. So this is a really great way to engage with your audience and community post-event, saying, hey, look, look at this cool picture that we all got to take. And we know that photos and, kind of creating FOMO is a very important part of in-person events, right? You want to see what's happening. You're going to be able to tweet those tweets and have graphics. And for me, when I do virtual events, I'm usually like screenshotting my life away. And so having this internal feature where you could just take a photo of everyone in the audience that, wants to participate in this photo, and then get this like takeaway, it feels like you're really there with people that are attending the event. So again, you have that main stage feature. You have the chat to the side, that group selfie feature, and it's really easy to monetize. You can sell tickets, and I'm going to go to another tab in just a second to talk about how you can sell tickets on the platform. I love, love, love their ticketing interface. It's so easy to use. It looks really beautiful. This is specifically for when you want to create landing pages for your events. So again, here we have a full audience, so you can have panels on the platform. It could be like a solo session, like what we saw up there. And it is really easy to invite people up to the stage and talk, so you don't have to have them be speakers beforehand. So let's say somebody in the audience is saying something super cool and you want them to come up and talk. You could invite them up to be a speaker very easily. Yeah, so that's the end of this like homepage. You have some great testimonials. I love this platform for specifically influencers. That's what I think of when I think of Run the World. Just like a really great way for folks that are, running brands or influencers to come on and just engage their fans and engage their audience, engage your super fans through like intimate virtual gatherings. Whereas before you probably would have done like a pop-up event in person. This allows you to have that like virtual scope, but you could also run full-blown conferences on the platform, because they have, again, like that panel feature. So this one looks like a more business panel. So yeah, so virtual conferences, cocktail parties, the back end here. So, you could also see other virtual events that they have coming up. So there is like a public marketplace, right? You call it marketplace, that shows you other events are coming up, and you could register for the events. You could either be free events, recurring events, charged events, and you get this like really nice, you could put in your what is this called, a header photo, your information, add your speakers so that their faces are up there, which is really helpful to just give like a visual. And I'll show you an example of these landing pages. So I love, again, the design of these landing pages. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but the color is like fading away. So it's like this gradient. So it just looks really cool, and just has like a level of movement to it. So a level of fluidity, a level of movement to it that just makes it look really nice. And then you have your main graphic. And this interface, this landing page is created right on the platform. So whereas most people might create a separate landing page, I feel like their landing pages are really, really beautiful that you could just create right there on the Run the World platform. You don't have to have it somewhere else. You have your description, your sponsors, your speakers down here, and like it like hovers and you see their bio. So it's just really nice and pretty. And I love this color that this page is using, because it's one of my brand colors, that like, mint turquoise color. So you have your speakers and folks will learn more about them. Then you can have the agenda and what to expect. So it just really looks beautiful. And then you could have either a paid or free event, and they charge based on like ticket purchasing, and you could learn more about that. And it's super easy to grab a demo. So if you want to get like a more in-depth demo, so this is just an overview for promotion of like, learning about different platforms beyond a webinar, but they have daily demos that you could check out at runtheworld.today/hub/live-demo. Or just go to runtheworld.today, and then you can check out the demos. But every day they have a demo that you could participate in to learn about the platform, to take a tour. And so it's just a really user-friendly, easy to use, beautiful platform that you could check out. So, this is our second platform, and we're going to go back and tell you a little bit more about Beyond Webinar. And again, if anybody that's watching has any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And if you're watching the replay, still comment, and we'll be getting back to you and just like responding to the comments on the videos. So let me remove this and grab my other screen again. And if you're watching down below, it should be showing you the Beyond a Webinar ebook. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what the heck is this Beyond a Webinar ebook. So grabbing my final screen, y'all. So many screens, right? All this technology. So here we are. So we just went over Run the World. Yesterday we went over Remo. And tune in tomorrow. We will be going over another platform for you to go beyond a webinar. So, now that you've learned a second platform that helps you go beyond a webinar, if you need more support in going beyond a webinar, you could check us out at gsdsolutions.xyz/consultation. Again, I've been doing virtual events for a while now. I've been doing in-person events for a very long time. So what my skill set does, and my team and I, we help you to figure out how to best turn your previously in-person event into an online event, or if this is your first time creating an event, how to best serve your audience with that event. And we do hourly consulting, live event support, full event production from A to Z, everything that you need. And we also have that free Beyond a Webinar Masterclass that you can find at beyondawebinar.com. And if you need a little bit more support, we also have the Beyond a Webinar ebook. So this is a 20 plus page, it's not 25, it's a little bit more than 25 pages, that we created to give you that foundation. So every time that we're working on a virtual event for ourselves or our clients, we want to have a solid foundation. What is your goal for the event? How do you want to produce the event? What kind of event is it? Is it going to be like a live stream that will, something like what we're doing right now? Is it going to be a virtual event using Remo, Run the World, Happen, whatever these tools are? Is it going to be a pre-recorded just inside of a portal that auto plays? Is it going to be a stream? Is it going to be a course? So we help you figure out the foundations of what you need to do in order to produce a high quality virtual event inside of this Beyond a Webinar ebook. And it's printer friendly. Everything is worksheets. You can write on it, doodle on it, just figure out how to best produce your event so that way you can have the best reach, best client engagement, best quality overall. And all of our formulas are simplified so you can figure out, okay, how do I price this thing? How do I time this thing? When do I have this event? So all the details that you need to figure out in order to host a successful virtual event is inside of this ebook, and it just gives you the foundation. And this is a super crazy value because we're only selling this for $25. So definitely go to beyondawebinar.com and grab your copy of the Beyond a Webinar ebook. And if you have any questions about the ebook, we have that contact box right at or on our website when you go to beyondawebinar.com. And yeah, so that's it for today. Check us out at GSD Solutions. This is what we do: virtual event production, digital strategy, whether it's virtual events, digital products, digital services. We are here to help you start and grow and accelerate your business. And if you have any questions, just message me on any social media platform, GSD with Georgie, or email us at hello@gsdsolutions.xyz. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will catch you tomorrow for another platform that will help you to go beyond a webinar. And you can check out the Beyond Webinar ebook again at beyondawebinar.com. Have a great day.